we can see it. Now we can.
So this is the template actually. This is the yesterday which I showed you the new badding, new BAPI, where we are going to be using the uploading of assets from the legacy system to the SAP ECC system. So this is the template we had to use. So these are going to be the mandatory fields to upload the data into SAP S/4HANA. So this is the template we will use actually. So this is the new template which has been given from SAP using of this value. So we have the asset class, what is the company code, what is the depreciation, what is the additional asset depreciation, what is the serial number, if any machinery is having a serial number, inventory number, or quantity, everything. So if I go into the AS01, see here, okay, while I'm creating the asset master record, now as I told you yesterday, so the main asset master record is created the reference of the asset class. Without the asset class, I cannot create the asset master record. So as asset classes are nothing but categorizing the fixed assets. So if I take a company code, taking a company code. Now I want to prepare a drilling machine. Now I want to prepare an asset master record for the drilling machine. So if I want to prepare a machinery equipment, so I need an asset class. So what asset class, under which asset class you want to categorize, and means under which asset class, these all are going to be the asset classes you have created. So under which asset class you want to create the particular drilling machine. Drilling machine will come under the asset class of machinery and equipment. So I would like to take machinery and equipment. So this is asset class. So I'm taking the machinery and equipment. So just double clicking on it. If you want to create a Z, okay, as I told you, these are the standard SAP. If you want to create the Z asset classes, you can also create the Z asset classes which are provided over your C here. So you can also use the Z asset classes also for whenever you want to go for any requirement. So I given the asset class, company code, and what are the number of similar assets? The number of similar assets is nothing but, so it is going to be the one, because I am going to be creating only one drilling machine. So the number of similar assets are going to be only one. If you want to have two, you can give as a two. If you want to three, if you want to give as three, so the number of assets will become the number of equipments. So here, if you want to take any reference, you can give the reference of this. If it is the post calculation, you can select the post calculation. If it is not capitalized, okay, you just deselect this particular checkbox. So I'm not going to take any reference. I'm not going to take any reference because I'm creating a new asset with the reference of this particular asset class. Till now, I not posted any values. So if I click on these are the two options I've been given on the toolbar. If you see here, the master data, second one is the depreciation area. Now just click on the master data. Now here it is asking about the general information. What is the description of this particular asset? What is the description? Whether it is a drilling machine or cooling equipment, or what is it is a molding machine, or it is a binding machine. Okay, what type of machinery equipment it is going to be? What type of acquisition? What machinery acquisition? So I'm just creating a binding machine. So the name of the asset which I'm going to be giving is called as a binding machine. Okay, so now this binding machine is the equipment I would like to purchase from the vendor. So if I want to purchase from the vendor, first I require the master record. Okay, so this is the master record which I'm going to be creating. So under which asset class? This is going to be the asset class account determination. So automatically this is getting integrated with my general ledger, because the account determination getting defaulted from this asset class. So when you take an asset class, now I'm taking the asset class here. Now I'll go to the configuration. SPRO, IMT, financial accounting, asset accounting, organizational structure, class. Here, there is some disturbance from someone. I request to be muted your call, please. Okay, thank you. Yeah. So okay, asset classes. Now you are going to be defining the asset class. Now these are the asset classes which have been shown. Now under which asset class you have taken. So this is the asset class you are going to be taken. So just let me go and see what is this asset class, what the configuration behind that. I'm going to the position and I'm giving the asset class, the same asset class which I had taken the reference. Yeah, here it is. 25510. This is going to be called as asset class for the machinery equipments. Now I'm just going to the details. I'm just clicking on the details. So this is the asset class which I have created. Now you can see which is going to be called as the machinery equipment. Now here, if you see, this is the account determination key. This is the account determination key. So what happens if I'm not updating this account determination key in the asset class? Okay. So if you're not updated the account determination key, let us assume that, okay, it's 550020. Okay. So let us assume that you're not updated this account determination key. You just kept this field as an empty. What happens? So this is not getting integrated with your general accounting. Means what is the integration? This account determination key is called as the integration key. We call it as the integration key. For this account determination key, we are linking all the GL accounts. We are linking all the GL accounts. So these GL accounts are getting determined while you're acquiring the asset or while you're doing the depreciation, while you're doing the sale of an asset to a customer. So various GL accounts have to be get determined. Okay, because we are doing the posting in asset accounting, not directly in the general ledger. So asset accounting and the general ledger both has to get integrated. So that integration is going to be done through this account determination key. To this account determination key, whatever the account determination key I'm linking over here, 550020, to this account determination key, I'm linking all the GL accounts. So all the GL accounts are getting integrated to this particular account determination key. The same account determination key I am assigning in the asset class. Why? Because this asset class is nothing but we are categorizing the fixed assets. So based on the asset class only, with the reference of this asset class, I am creating the asset master record. You can see here, this is the asset master record. This is the asset master record I'm creating with the reference of this particular asset class. Okay, so while you are taking this reference of this asset class, I can see the account determination key here. Very, very important. Default, I can see that account determination key is getting linked to this particular binding machine. So from where this account determination key has been defaulted, this account determination key has been defaulted from this asset class. Because while I'm creating the asset class, I have given this account determination key. Now let me go to this account determination key. What GL accounts you have been assigned? Now, if I go into one Excel sheet, I'll show one example here. If I go into the same Excel sheet, I'll just go here. Whenever you're acquiring an asset, as I told you that, okay, you're using the 31. 31 is nothing but vendor credit. Vendor account will become the credit and your asset will become the debit. So asset is debit is nothing but 70, posting is 70. Which asset you're going to be debiting? Okay, your binding machine. So asset. Your asset account will become the debit. So now this is the accounting transaction you are posting in your SAP. This is the accounting entry transaction you are posting in SAP. So what is the APC value? You are acquiring, okay, with the $10,000 $10,000. But when I see this acquisition, I need to see that integration in my general ledger accounting also. So how this accounting entry is getting integrated with the general ledger accounting entry through this account determination key. Now I'll copy this account determination key. Very, very important. I'll copy this account determination key. Just go back one step back. Just go back. And here, yesterday I have shown you that there is an option called as integration with the general ledger accounting. Here you can see here, integration with the general ledger accounting. This is where you are going to be integrating all the GL accounts. Very, very important here. Now, I'm coming. So here, if we come down, assign the GL accounts. There is an option which is called as assign the GL account. Just click on it. Under which chart of depreciation? Okay, chart of depreciation is nothing but your chart of the depreciation areas you have under the chart of depreciation. I'm giving the chart of depreciation and press enter or continue. You can see here. So the chart of depreciation is 5500 and the chart of accounts is also 5500. Means the chart of accounts is nothing but GL accounts. Okay, this is the chart of accounts. So now I'm integrating the chart of depreciation with the chart of account. Because chart of accounts is nothing but it contains the list of the GL accounts. The chart of depreciation is nothing but it contains the list of the depreciation areas. Okay, now just scroll down to right hand side, drag to the right hand side so that we can see the complete. Okay, now I'm selecting the chart of accounts. Now here there are the account determination keys are there. Okay, so double click on this account determination. So these are the keys. Okay, these are the keys. Now which key you want to be linked? So I'm just taking the account determination key as a 550020. See here. This is called as account determination key. This is the account determination key which I'm using for the machinery equipment. This is account determination key. Just select that and click on balance sheet accounts. Click on balance sheet accounts. Okay, so now we have two depreciation areas under the 01. Okay, sorry, we have two depreciation areas. One is the 01, another one is the 32. So 101 is nothing but where this is the book depreciation. 032 is nothing but IFRS foreign currency depreciation. Because we have two ledgers. One is the OL, another one is the N1. OL is nothing but we are going to be using for the local GAAP depreciation. Okay, N1 we are using for the IFRS. So for 01, I selected the area to be posted in the real time. And for 32, I selected the area to be posted in the real time. So only these two depreciation areas I'm able to see here. What happened to the remaining depreciation areas? Because those areas are not posted to the GL report. So area does not post some depreciation areas are selected as the area does not post, some depreciation areas selected as the area post depreciation only. So some other options have been given. So only these two are going to be called as the leading depreciation areas where I selected area to be posted in the real time. So that is the reason only these two depreciation areas you can able to see here. So very, very important. This point is very, very important here. Okay, now for the book depreciation, I'm selecting the book depreciation. Okay. I'm selecting the book depreciation and here I'm double clicking on the balance sheet accounts. What balance sheet accounts? Okay, so whenever I do the acquisition of particular asset, I've been shown you just whenever I am doing this acquisition of this asset, the acquisition is nothing but we are going to be calling it as the APC value. We call in SAP terminology, we call it as the APC value. APC is nothing but acquisition and the production cost. What is the acquisition and the production cost? The acquisition and the production cost of an asset is $10,000. The acquisition and the production cost of the asset is $10,000. So this $10,000 has to be get posted to where? This $10,000 has to be get posted to one GL account. So what is the GL account? If I double click on balance sheet accounts, okay, if double click on the balance sheet account, see here, this is what exactly balance sheet account which is going to be called as APC. APC is nothing but acquisition and the production cost. For the depreciation area 01, the account determination key 550020. So this is the acquisition account. You can see here. This is called as a recon account. We call it as a recon account. So whenever I acquire, so what is you mean by acquisition? Now I'm going to the asset now. See, very, very important. So I'll go to the AS03, which has already been created. I'll take one asset, existing asset, which is already created. So I'm taking one existing asset. See, I'm taking one existing asset which has already created. Okay, so for this asset, let me check whether I have posted any acquisition value, whether I have acquired this asset or I created the master record. 1 second. Rajesh, you're planning to go for Tirupati? Rajesh?
Yes, Mahesh.
You're planning to go for Tirupati?
No.
Huh? So you're telling all the best wishes to someone. I heard that.
Me?
You are telling someone, okay, happy journey, happy Tirupati Venkana Swami. Huh?
Oh, okay. It's actually like the TV.
Oh, Okay. See here. See here. This is what exactly we call it as acquisition. See here, ABC transaction. See, I take an existing asset. So this asset, the total APC transaction, you are seeing that, okay, 8 lakhs 50,000, okay, yeah, okay, 8,000, okay, 8 lakhs 50, okay, 50,150. This is the acquisition value. You can see here, this is going to be called as acquisition value. So if we consolidate all this on 0103 2018, okay, so the 3 lakhs first, okay, and 03 again I have acquired the same asset again. So the total, if you convert everything, so the total value, the AC value will become the 850.150 USD dollars. You can see here, sorry, it will become the INR. So this is total acquisition value. On this total acquisition value, the system will calculate depreciation. The system will calculate the depreciation. Very, very, very important here. This is what exactly. So how this acquisition value is triggered here. So how this amount is going to be showing, if I double click on this particular transaction, if I double click, see here, this accounting entry, this is the document number, okay, this is the acquisition value. If I switch on to the general ledger, if you see, if I click on the general ledger view, see here, 4100 and 4103. So if I just go back to my acquisition, okay, where is that? Okay, 1 second. Okay, so I'm just let me go see which asset class they have been used first of all. Okay, just let me go to the master data. What is the asset class? Okay, this is the asset class. Okay, right. And this is the determination 550040. Okay, let me select the 550040 only because we have selected the 550020. Let me go and select the 40. Okay, here is the 40. Okay, yeah. Now you can see here. Now you can see here. This is the very, very important. Now this is the asset. Okay, so now if I click on the general ledger view, now you can see here. Okay, so now here this particular asset account determination 0040. What is the acquisition account you have been assigned here? The 4100. 4100 is nothing but your APC account. Okay, so this is the account you can see here. 4100. Okay, this is got debited to this particular asset. This is the asset number. This is the document number. So what is the total value of asset acquisition? 3 lakhs. So now, okay. So 3 lakhs, this 2 lakhs, whatever the value you can see here, whatever the value you can see here. So this all the values are getting posted to which account? This all the 8 lakhs 50,000 value is getting posted to this particular GL account, which is called as 4100. Some disturbance is coming in the noise back and please, if you don't mind. Okay, thank you. So these are going to be all the acquisition values are going to be shown to this particular account. And whenever you go for any retirement, like retirement of an asset, whenever you sell this asset, so you may inquire the loss. Okay, you may inquire the gain. So whatever the gain, okay, the loss has to go to this particular account, the revenue account, the gain has to go to this particular account. So these all are going to be called as integration key. These all are going to be the GL accounts, where these GL accounts are getting determined while you're doing the asset acquisition and the retirement. So whenever you do the depreciation, so the depreciation will get posted to this particular asset, this particular GL account. So this is the depreciation account, and this is the accumulated, and this is the depreciation. The total accumulated depreciation will go and sit this particular GL account. Whenever you calculate the depreciation periodically, the periodical depreciation account will go and sit in this particular GL account. So this is going to be called as acquisition. This is going to be called as a depreciation. This is going to be called as a asset retirement. So whenever you do any kind of transactions in asset accounting, all these transactions has to be get integrated with my GL accounts. So that integration is going to be done through this account determination. So how this is getting determined? So to this account determination key, I'm linking all the GL accounts. So this account determination key, I will take the account determination key and I will assign in the asset class. If I go into the asset class, I will assign after you assign all the GL accounts. I will go to the asset class. I'll go to the asset class and I will assign assign that particular I will assign this particular account determination key in this particular asset class. If I see here, so that particular account determination key getting assigned over here. So what happens if I doesn't have this account determination key? You cannot determine the GL accounts. The postings are not getting updated to your GL account, so there will be a reconciliation issue between the asset accounting and the general ledger accounting if you're not updating the account determination key in the asset class. So that is the reason I always assign that account determination key in the asset class. Why? Because this asset class is the reference which I am going to be using for creating of the asset master records. So if you see here, this is what exactly asset class. Now, if I go and create, if I'm going to be creating that, if you see here, this is the same asset class I'm assigning. So if you want to create any master record, you have to take the reference of this particular asset class. Why? Because this asset class contains that account determination key. That account determination key is linked to your asset master record. So if I click on the master data, you can see here automatically that account determination key will be coming here. So whenever you do any kind of transactions, with this drilling machine, whether you're selling or you're purchasing or whatever may be doing, so this account determination key will determine the G accounts. This is very, 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 very important. Now you got the understanding about the linking of the asset class and account determination key with asset master record. Anybody has any doubts here? Anybody has any doubts?
Hey Mahesh, this is Venkat here. In that other screen, you were showing the same asset being acquired again and again, and I didn't understand that part over there. Can you go to that screen?
Yeah. 1 second. This screen?
Yes. So here we're talking about one single asset, right?
Yeah, one single asset.
Why is, like, I'm seeing that there are multiple times that, see, each line in the bottom transactions, this thing is an acquisition itself, or?
These all are going to be the acquisitions, sir. These all are going to be the acquisitions. Some partially I acquired the same asset, again partially acquired, again partially acquired. So these all are going to be the value of the asset. Now the total complete value of the asset is going to be this much of the value. Now as on today. So this is the totally partially I acquired this asset till I go for the retirement, till I calculate, till I go for the retirement. I can acquire the same asset for the multiple times till I go for retirement. So now this is the partial acquisition of the asset value you have been taken into the consideration. So here, if you see the total consolidated value, this is the total consolidated value of your asset till now. So because you are not gone for the retirement, till you go for the retirement, you can acquire the same asset with multiple times. That particular asset value is going to be under the calculation of the depreciation before you go for the retirement.
Oh.
See, sir, I have a building. I have something like machinery equipment. So machinery equipment is a huge asset actually. So I'm purchasing the assets as a partly. Okay, so first, okay, the first acquisition I acquired the partly assignment of one machine. The second acquisition, the same machine, the second part have been acquired. So the total value now it is becoming as a 8,50,000. So this 8,50,000 is the complete acquisition value. You can call it as the APC value. If I go to this particular GL account, see here, if I go to this particular GL account now, okay, very, very important here. This is the APC transaction. Now, if I just double click on it, if I go to this particular GL account, 4100, okay, so if I go to 4100, if I go to /O FS10N, okay, FS10N is the display of the GLA, okay, GL balances. If I go to the FS10N, okay, now see here. I will give the GL account 4100. Now, if I click on execute, I given company code and the fiscal year. If I click on the execute button, now here you can see the total how much time you have been acquired this asset. So in the period 3 lakhs, in the period 6, 2,70,000, in the period 10, 4 lakhs. period 11, 6 lakhs. So if you see here, these are going to be the complete debit and credit of your asset when you are when you are going to be doing. So this is the complete value. Now on this value, complete value, the depreciation is going to be calculated now from today onwards. So now,
So since it is been partially acquired, right? When does the depreciation
till
actually
you go
start?
for, yes, exactly, till you go for the asset retirement. Once you done the asset retirement, further you cannot do any acquisition because you have done the acquisition and you have done the retirement.
When does the depreciation start on the asset? Because it is not completely acquired in one single shot,
Okay,
right?
now I'll take you one example now. Very good questions. Now, very good question. Okay, now see here. Okay, now I'm putting all this in the Excel sheet. Okay, now see here. This is in the same period. This is in different period. And these two are going to be the same period. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. All 4 transactions are going to be the same period. You can. Okay. Now, if you see here, what is this 150? Let me go and see now. What is this 150? Now, let me go and see. Okay, 150 is nothing but acquiring an asset in the current year acquisition. Okay, acquiring transfer. You have done the transfer of 150. You have done the transfer of 150. So transfer. This is not the acquisition. You have done the transfer. You have done the transfer. Okay, now. Okay, this is the transfer of asset. Okay, now. Okay, so this is 100 is nothing but external asset acquisition. You are procuring asset from the vendor. So you acquire this vendor, this particular vendor. You have not done the depreciation. The depreciation value is going to be showing at 0. Okay, now if you see here, all these assets have been acquired in the same period. You can see here 0103-2013, 0103-2018, you have been purchased. Total, if I consolidate everything, if I remove this 150, because 150 is the transfer. If I remove this 150, now the total value, if you see here, the total value, it is going to be the C here. Okay, 8,50,000. Here you can see 8,50,000. So now the system will calculate the depreciation. The system will calculate the depreciation on from the 0103 through to 2018. Now, for example, let us take an example here. Now here there is a one asset which has been acquired in the month of 4. Which has been acquired in the month of 4. There is one asset which has been acquired in the month of 5, like this. Now, what happened? If you see here, there are the different periods that have been done the acquisition. You have done the different period acquisition. So, according to the new calculation depreciation, according to the new asset account, what is happening here? The system, what it will do? Okay, the total consolidated amount means the total consolidated amount means in the first month, that is 01/03/2018. So you have done two times the asset acquisition. One is with 3 lakhs, another one is 5 lakhs or 2 lakhs. Total will become the 5 lakhs. The total will become the 5 lakhs now. The total will become the 5 lakhs. The system, the first month, it will calculate the depreciation on 5 lakhs. Very, very important. 5 lakhs. Next, the second period also, in the 4th period, now what the system will do, it will calculate the depreciation. It will calculate the depreciation on this 5 lakhs plus this one. This 5 lakhs, this one. Okay, very, very important. 5 lakhs plus this one. Total 6 lakhs. Total is 6 lakhs. The first year depreciation you are calculating only on 5 lakhs. And the second month, the depreciation will become both the 3rd period and the 4th period. And next month, the 5th period, again you acquired an asset with the 2,50,000. So now the 2,50,000, the total, now the system will calculate the depreciation on the 2,50,000 from 5th period onwards. So 5th period will be the 5 lakhs, 2,50,000 and 1 lakh. The system will start calculating the depreciation on 8, yeah, okay, on 8/5 0, 0, 0, 0. So it will start calculating on. So first period will be, so first it will doing the depreciation on this particular 2 periods for the particular 2 transactions, and from second period it will consolidate these 2 and this one, and in the third period it will also consolidate this one, this fifth period. So totally from the fifth period onwards, it will start calculating the depreciation on 8.50000. This is what going to be called as, this is going to be called as new depreciation calculation engine in asset accounting. Clear? Venkat sir, clear?
Yeah.
Okay, now
Mahesh, can I ask one question here?
yeah.
I think this is not a new thing in S4. It is there in ECC as well, right? Because this is IFRS.
No, I'll tell you. I'm talking about new depreciation calculation. There are 2 things are there. One is the classic. And one is the new depreciation calculation. New depreciation calculation. See here, I'm using these 2 words. So in the classic, when you come to the classic, very important. When you come to the classic, here this is the very, very important. Now I'll give one example here. See, I'll give one example in classic. What happens in the classic? Just forgot about these 2. Okay, forget about these 2. Okay, for a meanwhile, just I'm putting here. Okay, now in the classic, what happens here? How many transactions you have done in the month of March? 2. Very important, sir. In the month of March, I have done 2 transactions. See here, 03 is nothing but in the month of March. So on 01/03/2018, you are 3 lakhs, and on 10/03/2018, it is going to be the 2 lakhs. So in the classic depreciation, in the old asset accounting, the system will not consolidate. The system will not consolidate the total depreciation, the total acquisition value in the current period. So what it will do, it will calculate the depreciation on the first acquisition, and same time it will also calculate the depreciation on the second acquisition. This is the classic. What happens in the new? In the new, it will not calculate independently. All the total complete transaction you have done in the same period. The total transactions you have done in the same period, will consolidate everything and it will start calculating the depreciation. This is the new asset account.
Okay, so in such a case, the first asset acquired on March 1st, the last asset acquired on May 1st. What is the life expectancy of this asset? How do I calculate the life?
Start from the first acquisition. That is the first acquisition. When you have done the first, that is going to be the 50. See, for example, 01/03/2018 have been given 10 years of life of the asset. So by 2027, by February 28th or 29th, the life of asset will become complete.
Okay. So even the asset that I acquired on May 5th will have the expert. Okay.
Is going to be the started calculating of the asset value. Because as I told you yesterday, very clearly that, as I told you yesterday, when I go for the asset master report, this is whatever the ordinary depreciation start date you are giving here, whatever the ordinary depreciation start date. So this is whether you want to take as a 01/03/2018 or okay, because here if you see here, okay, because if you see here very carefully, sir, here there are 3 dates for here, there are 3 dates are there. Here there are 3 dates. Let me give the same date like this. Okay, let me give the same date. There are 3 dates are there. One is 01/03/2018. Second one is 01/04/2000. Third one is 01/05/2018. So if we give the ordinary depreciation start date not as a 01/03/2018, if we give the ordinary depreciation start date as a 01/05/2018, then the system will take this ordinary depreciation and it will calculate the 15 years or 10 years, whatever the useful life, up to till this date, not up to till this date. Up to till this date, it will do the calculation. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Is this a IFRS rule or US GAAP?
This is IFRS rule, sir. Whatever this IFRS rule, not the US GAAP. US GAAP you can take. Local GAAP you can take.
Yeah. For example, I have the first asset acquired on January 1st, 2018. the last asset in this asset class for this particular asset I acquired, say, end of 2019, December 31st, 2019. So the first asset I acquired for $1 million. The last asset I acquired for 10 million US dollars. So the life expectancy of the last 10 million will also fall off the first acquired date. That means I'm writing off my asset well in advance. My financial statement, my balance, my net profit will affect with that. So just I want to make sure that it is US GAAP or IFRS.
It's IFRS, sir. It's IFRS.
Okay.
Now,
Thank you.
and one more thing, very, very important. Now here you're supposed to be given the period also. See here. If I give the period, see now, for example, if you see here, if this is the 05/2018, sir. 05/05 okay, May is nothing but my fifth period. May is nothing but my fifth period. If you give the period as a 1, for example, if you give this is called the period. If you give as a period 1, then the depreciation will start doing the calculating from first period, not from the fifth period. But if we are giving the ordinary depreciation start date at the fifth period, the starting of the calculation will be based on the fifth period. If you give the value is 0, what happens? Then the system will take this particular period, whatever the depreciation start date you have given, it will calculate on the same period. Depends upon.
That makes sense. IFRS, but the US GAAP is more on the rule based.
Yeah.
I cannot depreciate asset for the May 5th one, which I have not acquired on January 1st.
Then you can give the period. Then you can give the period there.
Okay, I got it. Thanks, Mahesh.
Yeah.
Mahesh, I have one question.
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am.
The asset, you are going to give an asset, each asset has an individual GL account, right?
No, not individual GL account, madam. The APC value will be completely depends upon the account determination key. See, for example, you have 1,000 machines. You are acquiring the 1,000 machines. Means for all the 1,000 machines, the APC account will be only the one, madam. I cannot give more. I am not going to assign 1,000 APC accounts to 1,000 assets. The APC, the recon account will be only the one. For building, only one recon account. For plant and machinery, one recon account. For financial fixtures, everything that will be given one GL account. Not for all the accounts. Not all the machines will have the separate GL accounts.
Oh, okay.
See, for example, I have a vendor, madam. I have 10 vendors. For all the 10 vendors, I will not create the 10 recon accounts. One recon account is going to be enough for where I'm going to be assigning all the vendors that is getting reconciled to vendor ledger accounting. In the same way.
No, that is okay for vendors, but asset has depreciation, right? If I'm going to buy the...
Absolutely right. But you are absolutely right. But this is depreciation which I'm going to be doing at the asset level. Means at the asset level means what is happening? I'm not consolidating everything. If you see this example, in this example which I've been shown you earlier, now if you see here in this example, now the account determination key, for this account determination key, you're linking all the GL accounts, madam. You're linking all the GL accounts. So for each and every asset class, okay, all the machinery equipments, I'll take this account determination key. For all the furnishing fixtures, I'll take the different account determination key. For all the links, I'll take the different account. The account determination key, I'm going to be changing. But the similar number of assets in the same account determination key for the same asset class, I will use the same recon account.
Mahesh, I'm a CPA, but I don't know how it works. Because I'm totally confused now. Because if my client is going to buy one asset machinery, say on January, right?
Okay.
And he is going to buy another machinery of the same asset class, everything, right?
Okay,
in June or something. How I'm going to do this? Like if everything is going to go to the same account determination key, and you say everything is going to depreciate the same, so we will give like all the like January 2019 or something, right? So if I buy in the middle of the year, what will happen?
No, let me put out an Excel sheet so that I can clearly understand, madam. Because see here, okay, our concern here is, so let me take it this. Okay, now you're okay, there is a machine. Okay, you're going to the machine 1. So on 01/01/2019, you acquired, and again on 02/02/2019, and again on 01/03/2019. Okay, Okay, this is what exactly the machine. Okay, now the first acquisition is going to be the 10,000. The second acquisition is 500 USD dollars, and the third one is going to be again 500. Now here the total has become as a 2,000 USD. Okay, 20,000 USD dollars. Okay, water maybe. Okay, 5,000 water maybe. Okay, now 5,000. Now the total value has become as a 5,000. Now, according to my understanding here, so you're the same asset you are acquiring for multiple times. I'm right, madam?
Yes, yes, yes.
The same asset you are acquiring for the multiple times. The first time when you acquire this asset, the value of asset is 10,000 USD dollars. So it will go the APC account, the acquisition and the production cost account. Now let me go back to this particular account determination key now. Okay, I'll explain you. Now I'll go back to the account determination key now. Okay. So this is the account determination key. Now I'm going to be using the same account. Now if I see here, now the APC account is going to be the 4101. Only one account I am going to be assigning. So I'll take, okay. Now whenever you are acquiring this asset, the APC account, it will go and debit the same account, madam. It will go and debit the same account here. You can see the same account. Means the same account determination key with the same GL account is getting debited for 3 times. Why? Because 3 times you acquired the asset, so the same GL account is going to be the using. And for each and every transaction, I'm not going to assign different GL account. The same GL account is going to be the using for the APC. Even if you do the depreciation also, even if you calculate the depreciation of the total 20,000 will go and see 20,000, 10% depreciation means 200. The 200, whatever the depreciation you do, it will go and see to the same GL, for example, 2010, like this GL account. So we are not going to be having different GL account. Same GL account is going to be triggered here. Yeah.
Okay. 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 This is clear to me. Like now my doubt is, I mean, 70-80% reduced. So now whenever I want to take look for that particular asset, I just need to go and click. If I click that particular asset, when I bought, everything will show, right?
Yes, madam. Here, if we go to AW01N, or if you go to if you know the
Asset Explorer. Yeah.
Explorer, whatever maybe, you can see, madam, on the transaction.
Yeah. I got it, Mahesh. I got it. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Thank you.
Mahesh, can you go back to that Excel sheet?
Yes, sir.
So for the first line, right, for the 10,000.
Okay.
At the end of the month, let's say you're running the depreciation run, right?
Exactly. You are right.
On the 10,000 only, and let's
say, yeah. Very good. 10,000. So 10%. It will be the 100. First month.
Yes. So when for the same thing in the second month, end of
second month. Yes, second month. So 10,000 plus 5,000, 10%. So totally 1,500.
All right.
Clear now?
Oh yeah, got it.
Yeah, this is what exactly the logic behind it. So
are we going to run the depreciation?
Can I ask one more question, Mahesh? Here?
Please. Yeah, please.
I also noticed that some of the businesses, we assign these assets to the plant. Where do we use configuration, in asset management or plant management?
No. Assets are getting assigned to the plants, you're telling?
Yeah.
No, sir. Whenever you are acquiring an asset, see here, whenever I'm creating the master record, here, so if you go to the time dependent tab, after you give all the details here, okay, what is the date? Okay, it will become as the default, and what is the calculation date, everything you can give here. Now here there is called as a time dependent. Okay, in the time dependent, okay, there is a called as assignment of the plant. Here you can see this is what exactly the assignment of the plant. So to which plant particular asset is going to be the acquired. So I'll give the plant here. Once I give the plant and everything, there are 2 things assignments. One is the manual asset acquisition that directly you do in the asset acquisition. That is directly you're doing asset accounting. That is using the F-90 is the transaction code. And second one, we are going to be acquiring this asset not manually through the purchase orders. So when I'm bringing this through the purchase order, when the concept is coming as the through purchase orders, because I'm raising a purchase order, because hey Mahesh, don't acquire this asset through F-90. F-90 is a manual. F-90 is a manual. You're doing it within the asset accounting. I want to acquire this asset through the, because I given the purchase order. Through the purchase order, I had to receive this particular asset. Then a goods receipt has to be done. Once the goods receipt raise an invoice, I'll make the payment to the vendor. This is not exactly the logic actually. So when you want to acquire this asset through the purchase order, then what my SAP people will do, I'll go first, I'll go and assign. First, I'll go and assign the plant. I'll go and assign the plant and the location, everything here in this particular, okay? I'll go and assign the plant, to which plant you are going to be procuring. Once you have done this, I will go to /ME21N. ME21N is a purchase order, okay, where you are going to be procuring this asset through the purchase order. Now, I will give the vendor. I'll give the vendor account number here. Okay, I'll give the vendor account number. So this is the vendor account number. And how many items you are purchasing? Only one item. So line item 1. Here, this is very, very important. So here, this is the account assignment category. This we are calling it as the account assignment category. This is the item category. Okay. So in the account assignment category, I'm procuring an asset from the vendor through the PO. Okay, I'm raising in a PO. So here I'll give the account assignment category as a A. A is nothing but asset. A is nothing but asset. And I'll create the material 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, whatever may be the material number. So once you've given this acquisition category A, okay, now let me go, okay, because ME23N. Okay, I'll take any of the reference, okay, not to be worried. I'll take this reference of this particular, okay, take this reference of this particular, okay, because we know not to waste any time. Okay, /ME21N, I'll go to ME21N, okay, I'll give the reference, okay, I'm going to be giving the reference, okay, I'm just getting the reference, 1 second. Okay, I just give the reference. And here what I will do, I'll give the account assignment category as a A. I'm giving the account assignment.
This reference is a PO number. Is this reference is a PO number?
Yeah, reference of the PO. I just reference dragging this and I'm keeping in this basket. So what happens if I keep in this basket, automatically all the fields in this particular PO will be get reference for the creation. Okay. Now I'm giving the account assignment category as a one. A is nothing but asset. Now if I press enter, now what the system is going to give? Now it's going to give the asset number. Now you can see here asset number. It is asking about, because you have taken the account assignment category as A. A is nothing but an asset. So which asset you want to procure? Now what I'll do? I'm creating one asset now. Okay. Now I'll create one asset now. Okay, now what I will do here, I'll go back. AS01, I'll create one asset now. Master data. First, I'll create one asset and keep it ready with me. Okay, binding machine. So the depreciation is to be started from 01/01/2019. Okay, I'm saving here. Enter. Okay, giving the business area. I'm just creating. Now here this is asset number. Okay, this is asset number. Okay, now this is what exactly my asset number. So I'll copy this asset. I'll copy this asset and I will paste here. 104. So what is the quantity? The quantity is only one. You're taking as a quantity as a one here. The total quantity you're going to be taking as a one. So when I'm taking this quantity as a one for this particular set, so when I'm creating a purchase order, when I get the goods receipt, automatically when I go and see this particular, now I'll go for the display. Now I'll go for the display of this asset. Now this asset, so here the quantity will be getting updated as the one here. You can see here, the quantity is there here. The quantity will be getting as the updated. Why? Because this particular asset you are acquiring not manually, acquiring through the purchase order. Many people will ask you the asset number. Please give me an asset number where I want to acquire this asset. So I'm raising a PO. So after you create this asset, you have to give to the MM people. The MM people will update this asset here. So once you have raised the purchase order, okay, so there is no active depreciation. Once you raise the purchase order, so this particular asset is getting acquired from the vendor, that is through the PO. This is what exactly. So to which plant? Here I'm updating the plant. So this is the plant. See here. So this is the plant. When I'm raising a purchase order, this is the plant. This plant, whatever the plant you have been given here, the same plant I will assign. As the same plant I will assign in my asset also. So automatically it is getting updated in the asset over here. So this is what exactly the plant where you're going to be assigning to a particular asset here. Clear, sir?
Got it. Thanks. Yes, this is very clear. Thanks, Mahesh. So this is a purely integration between MM and asset.
Exactly. When you want to transfer the asset from one plant to another plant, so we can also do the transfer of one plant to another plant transferring of asset. Hey, there is a one asset, Mr. Mahesh, the binding machine is there. In the plant one, I'm not using that machine. It is just keep it as a something in the safety room. I'm not using that particular asset. If you want that machine for the planting, you can transfer this asset. Now what we'll do, I will just transfer in the sense of nothing, but I will transfer the asset from one plant to another plant. So that transfer is going to be happening over here. So if you click on the more intervals, here, so here, from where? From which plant to which plant? Earlier it was in the plant so and so. I will give the plant. I'm transferring from one plant to another plant. Then I'll give the date here. So if I go here, if I go and change option, here I'm updating here. So here I'm updating. So which plant you want to transfer? That plant, the plant I want to transfer to this particular plant. So the transfer will be happened, but there will be no financial impact. Why? Because already you have acquired this asset to the plant one. You are just the internal transfer. It is not an external transfer between the plant, company code to company. It is within the plant only. So this is what exactly the updating of the plant. Clear, all of you?
One question, Ramesh.
Yeah.
Mahesh, see when the purchase order is created and see there's a method, the way to automatically create an asset, right? You don't have to like physically create an asset and give it to the MM people. I think there's an automatic.
Exactly.
Okay. Is it in the config that you say automatic creation?
Yeah, it is in the same configuration in the MM part. Okay, so we'll do the account assignment, additional account assignment for this particular asset creation. I'll show that part now. I'll show. So where we are going, automatically the asset will be created, the asset master record directly in our process here.
Mahesh, you are going to take the depreciation next class?
I'll calculate the depreciation. I'll show it also, sir.
Okay, I think that
I'll calculate the depreciation. I will do the sale of asset. I'll do the sale of asset at the end and I'll give it to you. Okay, don't worry. Because I told them, first of all, I need my students to be very clear in this concept. Then only I go for the next topic.
So like when we buy some asset from a different company, right? Is there any? I think there should be some concept of reevaluating the asset, right?
Revaluation of the asset will be completely. We are going to be there is a complete. We are going to use revaluation of asset by using of the revaluation purpose. If I go to the after you acquire the asset here, okay, there is a transaction where your accounting, financial accounting. If we go to the fixed asset, okay, if we go to the periodic processing, okay, there is a revaluation, the revaluation of the balance sheet. So here we are going to do the revaluation, post the revaluation of the new valuation. So we had to do the AR29N for the revaluating the asset, particular asset.
What does this mean actually? What do you mean revaluation?
I'll tell the concept one by one. We'll go over one by one. I'll come to this particular transaction. Just
Okay.
one by one.
Mahesh, in the GL account, I mean asset GL account, you will have this statistical posting, that checkbox ticked.
I'll tell, sir. Yeah. Okay. Now, what is happening in our SAP S HANA? Now, whatever the asset you are going to be acquiring, it has to be get updated to the controlling actually. So now I'm creating now if I go to this particular, very good question. Thanks for asking this question, sir. Now, okay. Now, when I go to this particular asset, okay. Now, when I go to this particular asset here, okay, this account determination key, always make sure that okay, I think I already have / and FS00. Okay. This is the reconcile APC account. So for all the APC account, make sure that now this account assignment, earlier we have the account assignment category 90 actually. Now the same account assignment category 90 for the cost or for the account assignment with the controlling, now we have to update like this. Come on. Asset accounting is a very vast subject, sir. We cannot easily understand asset accounting like just like in the ledger or ERP. Lot of complications. I mean to say that understanding will be very easy, but when you go and sit in the real time, whenever we are getting any issues, it is going to be the headache in asset accounting. Come on, the system has been hanging out. I think the system stopped or what? It's hang out. So there will be, and if you go to the control data, sir, in the control, if you go to the control data, whenever you're taking this asset, whenever you take this APC account, now automatically you can see that the account assignment tab will be there. So you need to select that particular checkbox. Okay, so automatically the particular whatever the transactions you're making this particular asset, so whatever the cost which is going to be involved, that will go and sit the controlling, which is called as the account assignment, additional account assignment. Okay, I'll show it tomorrow, not to worry. Okay, in the meanwhile, what I'm going to do, I'm going to give this PPT to all of you. Yeah. Just, okay, just I'm removing everything. Okay, I'm removing everything. Just I'll give this. This to everybody. So this will be used for your asset posting. Okay. Thank you very much. Tomorrow.
What is the BAPI's name? Did you mention the BAPI's name?
Yeah, same in the actually it is there in the simplification list.
Okay.
It is there already there. It is simplification list. But anyhow, if you want, I'll do it. Don't worry. Okay. Yeah, so I'll give you the template now. Okay. Thank you very much. Have a good day.
Thank you.